Hi, welcome to the show. This is your boy Urban Baller. Monica's Champions League match in the last 16 versus Manchester City was one of the most enthralling football matches you'll ever see. The first leg was very high scoring. Man City won the game by 5-3. But you could already see the signs were the draw was already in the bag for Monaco, scoring 3 away goals in such an amazing fashion. And, for Man City, a team that spent 50 million on John Stones, 27 million on Gabriel Jesus, another 30 million on Gundogan, and the list goes on. So, on paper, Manchester City were expected to qualify. But Monaco do have a pedigree in the Champions League, especially in the last 2-3 years, and a habit of knocking English teams out. Last season, they knocked out, or the season before last, they knocked out Arsenal. And they knocked out Spurs. They knocked out Manchester City now. And these are 3 massive, massive Premier League teams. And the belief in the Premiership is that the French League is far more stronger than the the Premier League is far more stronger than the French League. But I don't really agree with that view. Where does this leave Man City? I mean, not only were they beaten, but you never actually felt they had a grip on the tie. In the first game, they were losing, and they scored 2 very late goals. Some might say not deserving to score those 2 goals. And they came back into the game at 2-1, about 70 minutes. Missed glorious chances in the second half. Kevin De Bruyne changed the game by dropping deep to collect the ball. But in the end, they can't defend. I mean, they still have a goalkeeping situation. They still need a back 4. It's a bit too early for John Stones. Meanwhile, the Monaco team, I've not been excited about the football team. And I can name the squads that sort of match up to the Monaco team of current. You got to go back to the team of Shakhtar Donetsk, Douglas Costa. They had Mkhitaryan and so on. You got to go back even further in the 90s with the Dynamo Kiev team, with Shevchenko and Rebrov up front, and a midfield dynamite in Hussein. But essentially, this team now is everybody's favourites to win the Champions League. And not too many teams would want to play against them over 2 legs in the quarterfinals. I mean, French football is so lucky to have such an amazing, amazing team. And if you look at the players, if you look at the individual players they have, Kylian Mbappe has been compared to Thierry Henry, and I take that comparison. Lamar is one of the best number 10s in the game. Great left foot. You've got Djibril Sidibe, who can play on either flank and in centre back. You've got Bakayoko in the centre, who's like a Patrick Vieira. And Leonardo Jardim is one of the best managers, I think. But Guardiola faces a lot of questions, and I'm not really sure where he goes from here. Again, when the game comes, when the draw comes on Friday, a lot of people will be rooting for Monaco. I think they're one of the best football teams, and I don't think anybody would want to fancy coming up against them. So anyway, let me know your thoughts, and I'll probably do more analysis on the players, especially Bernardo Silva. But take care anyway. Let me know your comments. I'm out.